you get it yet? Yeah, get it. Question mark on now. I don't think. I don't know. Duh. I don't know. Duh. There you go. Okay. Start a ball. There we go. Anyways, we don't deserve him. There you go.
First he boasts, then he roasts. President Trump dazzled us once again yesterday. First up, Somalia is a third world, maybe a fourth world nation.
Somalia is a third world, maybe a fourth world nation. One of the worst, one of the most dangerous. They don't have anything. They shoot each other all over the place. They come here and they steal $19 billion. That's crazy. And Ilhan Omar, I hope this is part of it, but she married her brother, supposedly. I mean, there's a lot of documentation.
What are you going to do? And what about those gorgeous B-2 bombers?
And if these gorgeous B-2 bombers, give me that bomber, Andrew. Let me just hug that little sucker. Give me that bomber over there. It's like you knew immediately which one. This looks small, but in person it's very big.
I'm glad he clarified that, because I don't know how.
This looks small. It's got a model.
Anyway, Trump also made headlines when he said a former president told him
it's really big.
attacked Iran when he was in office, but Trump wouldn't spill the beans.
Was it George W. Bush?
No.
Was it Bill Clinton?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Because it's somebody that happens to like me, and I like.
Unlike a lot of people I know up here.
That person said.
Here, anyway.
I wish I did it.
I do know smart people.
Okay, but I don't want to get into who. I don't want to get them into trouble. Maybe, hey, you know what? Yeah, I think you probably know.
It's got to be Clinton. After all, Trump threatened to put his wife in jail, which made him a friend for life.
It's got to be Clinton.
What jumped out at you from these clips?
That last one, that was a little phallic. The B2, it's small in person, big in person. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love Trump though, man, because it's more like a love-hate relationship, because he makes me realize I would be a bad voter. Because like, what if when you went to vote, you had to put a reason? Because I'll be like, yo, I voted for him because he's funny. Like, that's not a good... That's not a good reason to vote for somebody, you know. But my philosophy is, if I'm gonna get by a politician, at least make it feel good.
Yeah.
You know one thing, I didn't feel good under Biden. Did not feel good. We're full of crap.
You saying you have to do it
You're
from
not
the
from
start.
Ukraine.
You can't do no on the first one, and then I'm not going to tell you.
You're full of crap.
Because then I'm not going to tell you
Damn
before
stupid.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what part of Ukraine? Name the part of Ukraine you're from. You can look it up real quick, or you just can't say it.
That was fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
tick-tock, 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 people. Liar. Not from Ukraine.
What if it didn't happen? What if it was just...
Bullshit. I call it bullshit.
Also
I can smell bullshit from a mile away, by the way.
I would have thought that if he didn't do that with the...
You should have talked to Biden about that.
Although I have to give
Should have talked to somebody in the Biden administration about that.
Where she said it could have been ex-president.
You wouldn't be under fire right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly.
Yeah, I was mad she had
Say
that
something,
joke.
you can't say nothing back.
I'm glad you're over it now.
I'm doing over it.
My friend went to Ukraine. I know a little bit
What do you
about
make of it?
Ukraine.
Was there anything of interest to
I
you?
have a friend who's in the
How
freaking
can you say that about
Marines.
Ilhan Omar and she can't sue anybody?
He went there as a
This is
Well, I mean,
freaking
it's hard to sue when he's accurate.
Yeah, but then
I mean, that's the.
but then how?
as a military person.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The one thing I've learned.
He couldn't even get
the
let in.
interactions I've had with the president. He
If
loves
you're in
the truth
Ukraine, you're
so
in
much
Poland right now.
that
It's bullshit.
1000%. He tells you they happen
Yeah.
because he knows you're not going to believe it. There's no investment in him lying. He doesn't have to cover up anything. It's his fault anyway.
People just don't give
So he's
up.
playing with house money. He tells the truth even when he lies.
Yeah.
He does because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Because
It's
he
so
knows
easy.
that
You make
in
it
private
so
they talk to
easy.
him differently than they do on TV. He's almost like
Not
the
a zip,
side chick
zilch,
with these
nothing.
other politicians to where
He's not
behind
from
closed doors they're like, oh, you're my guy, I love you.
Yeah.
You're, oh, thank God you did that. I wish I could have done that. And then in public, like, oh, I don't even talk to him. I don't even speak to him. He ain't even worth my time. But he knows, and he's the side chick like,
Been
last
watching
what
too
you said
many
last night,
AI
sharpshooter.
videos
You know what I'm saying?
lately,
So I think that's the thing with Trump. I think lying. They would spend there'd
Oh,
be
look at
panels,
him
there's
run.
6 networks to focus
Look at
on
him
anything
run.
he says. So it's so much fun to say the truth and then them try to turn his truth into the lie. That's why the viewership sucks.
Yeah. What say you, Jamie? What excited you about his words or didn't excite you?
Well, after watching that, I think that Trump should write a book called How Not to Feel Stressed. He's in a war and he's like playing with airplanes and stuff. He's always in a dead mood. And by the way, do you remember when
got
they
a little
brought one of those
miniature
out for Biden? He
airplane.
was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get my train set."
Yeah.
Came out wearing the hat and everything.
That was that was the
100%.
Sopranos.
That's the
The
highest.
trade
100,
set
absolutely.
with,
Because he said, "I wish I did that." Which, if you
was a
remember when Clinton was
pussy,
president,
was,
that's what he would say as the interns would walk
yeah,
by.
with the train set. That was fun. I'm marrying Tony's daughter, her sister.
Not wrong, that young man over there.
What a
All right, up
whack.
next, Nick Shirley's at it again.
Oh yeah, Nick Shirley's at it again.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture.
Because you're a piece of shit and you're a liar and you're just fucking with me. And I don't want you on my page. Is that okay with you? I don't want you on my page. I didn't mock you, Jesus. You did. You were the one coming here saying Jesus loves me. I told you, get the fuck off my page. And here you are. So you can go kiss my ass. How's about that? How's about that, motherfucker? How's a mouse treating you? Yeah. The terrorists, what are they? They feeding you? They throwing you off buildings? What are they doing? How are they treating you? Are you gay? Are you trans? Look. Well, I guess that's not here anymore. Anyways, how's it? How they treat you? How's the terrorist group that runs Palestine treating you? They're out of missiles now, right? Right. Yeah. Okay. Get ready for a fucking full-on war. How's that working out for you? Not working out too good, is it? Nope. Not going to either. Not working out too well for you. Yeah. How about gays for Palestine here in America? Should they all come over there? Look, it's the same thing. You don't want to hear what I have to say? You don't have to listen to it, man. You can leave. You're more than welcome to leave. This guy can leave. He's telling me to shut the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah. Is that what you do every morning? What? Does your mother crap in your mouth instead of when she runs out of grilled cheese and tomato soup and you're in your basement? Does she come shit in your mouth after she ate it all? Well, I didn't do whatever you call it, freaking St. Patrick's Day. So I go with green beans. I actually have some. I have some green beans in my friends and my butter that my buddy gave me a big can of them. A jar, actually. It's a jar. I know. I didn't do it. That was mean. Oh no. But not what they said wasn't mean, right? Oh, you ported me. Oh, great. Oh no. I just deleted you. How about that? You reported me, and I'm going to hire you back. And there you go. Now you got reported, and now you're gone. See ya. And it's not going to work. So see you later. Bye. Take it easy, Mel. Good luck with that. Oh, your wife's boyfriend's son. Okay, well, when you get reported for letting kids watch this, there you go. Okay, we got that. And that's on you, not me, because this was also, like I said, this was never made for children. So that's on you, not me. You should tell your wife that she'll get to deal with that one. Jesus Christ. You people are just fucking sick. What I accept is, I'll just give you that. Fuck yourself. Bye. Take it easy. How'd that work out for you? Both. Depends on what I'm cooking. Red onion's good for like certain things. Yellow onion's good for spaghetti. I don't use a red onion in spaghetti. So if I'm gonna do a sauce, I'll do yellow. Oh look, we got 67 here. Oh Jesus Christ. Anyways, we're back. Never mind. You guys can shut up and listen.
Teacher?
We doubt you'll shut up.
Is your teacher there? So
Yeah.
this is the first child we've ever
Red
had
onion
at
for
one
burgers,
There's 2 kids out
sandwiches,
there right now, and we're going to see if we can talk to
ham sandwich,
the
turkey, red onion,
Can we talk to the
spaghetti
adult?
sauce, yellow onion, sweet Vidalia,
Not here.
sweet
So you're good all by
Vidalia.
yourself.
Yeah, I know how to cook. Sorry, hate to break it to you.
Yeah. Okay, that's
No.
concerning. No one's watching those children, and they're all by themselves.
Their faces are all covered with
Let's see
blurry
this.
garbage.
Let's see this.
Clean that up. Then it was
Let's see
hospice
this.
care programs. Many in LA were what looked to be like shell companies funding their owners' life of luxury.
The Leering
This
Center.
time, instead of tiny apartment units, these businesses were operating out of old
It's been cold
hotel
out. It's been a
rooms.
really cold winter. So
All these buildings
I'm going
are
outside.
all hospice
Went out today.
centers. Let's see if Grandma can check herself into this one.
Went out.
I'm just trying to be a good grandson. We knock on the door. No one's coming. We look inside the window. Empty
No
building.
kids.
In 2023, this place received $1.3 million.
We have $1.3 million. Not a piece of furniture, not a kid. Yeah, I wonder where. It should be
When can
fun.
we open a hospice
These
at?
people. What's this?
We'd like to open up a hospice. Get a Maybach just like you. So this how I can get a Maybach by opening up my own hospice? So what do you think about all this
He's
hospice
good at
fraud?
what he does.
Sir,
I should do this.
you're in the cyber truck.
I'm kind of
driving
doing
away,
it now.
taking
He's
money
got a
from old
cyber
people.
truck. You know?
Yes,
How
he's
do you
just driving
afford a
away
cyber truck? Those
in a
are
cyber
like,
truck. Won't even answer any questions.
20, 30,000.
Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom's press office responded with a flippant AI post. If you could look at it, it's implying that Nick is a pedophile.
No luck.
Great move, Gav. Calling someone who's helping you save your state
What
a
loser.
pedophile. Further proof that Newsom's still hopeless
These are
at
really
putting out fires.
that big of a loser. Period. Again, we got a double period.
Yeah, I don't know where to start here, except that's really a terrible response.
Could you imagine if he had shown some interest
Yes.
in it wouldn't have hurt him politically, I wouldn't think.
Thanks, Nick.
For it to be, hey, thanks, Nick. You know what? He wouldn't even have to actually, because let's be honest, most people in government never do.
Where they'll
But
rip
just
it
to have
off
a
the
political win of
taxpayers.
like, you know what? That is interesting.
Billions.
I'm gonna look
Billions
in
of
this room of
dollars.
children that's there with no supervision.
Billions
Yes.
of
Don't
dollars.
just call him a pedophile.
I'm gonna look into you could have actually. I mean, doesn't he? It's pretty.
Where
clear he has
where
aspirations
those
on
all
national
those
stage,
millions
right?
and
Yes.
millions
That
of
would've been an
dollars go to the
opportunity for him
people
to do
whose
something
houses
like that.
burned
I mean,
down?
this
Where'd they
shit,
go?
it's just we're so
Oh, that's right,
broken at
nowhere.
this point. Where it's like we see stuff like
In
this, and
Gavin
it's like, oh well,
Newsom's
that's
pocket.
a politician that I do like, so I'm I'm going to find a way to.
Yeah.
It's like we should all be pissed off
If it
about
wasn't for
this.
Trump, they
That
never
our
would
money,
put
our
out
taxes,
the
would be
fucking
so much
fires.
money
He
in
was the one that
taxes.
filled
You'd
the
get
goddamn
smeared by
water
people if you complain about it. Like, oh, you don't care about that, blah, blah, blah,
reservoirs. He
blah.
filled
But it's like, no, it's just the money. Like we said, in New York, 81,000 in a fiscal year for each homeless person.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that, it's not that you don't want to help. It's that I'm well aware, I know enough that the money isn't helping anyone.
Right. And you know what? When I heard about the $81,000 per homeless person,
You
it
need
made me
help.
glad that I didn't give them money.
They
Titus,
sucked it right
I
in,
love
didn't
that. It's like they don't even
You
try
probably
to
got
have a
off on it,
hospice
too.
in a hotel room.
Well, because they haven't had a reason, because they have the protection of politicians.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody
So,
sees these
Cat
comments.
made a point where they say, why wouldn't he help? Because
Whatever I say.
this is what politicians do. They look the other way. The money ends up
Sucked it
somewhere.
right in.
It always ends up back in a campaign or somewhere.
Mm.
I mean, there's a reason why they attacked him.
See
My
where
advice, Nick, is
you
keep
got a
going.
bear shirt on.
Increase your security. Oh, here's why. Here's why. It's just when you confront somebody about something and their reaction is defensive, or in this case, they took a ground game. They're trying to smear
That
him
makes a
that
difference
he's a
now.
pedophile or a sexual deviant, because that will get more pickups from mainstream media than it would be the fact that trillions of dollars across this country.
Oh, here's my money.
They still got to pay someone else who pays
Right.
up. There's
Yeah.
a long train.
I don't
And
want
again, and
to be
again,
seen.
if he's not, I would love for
Probably
him to
trying
come
to
out
shoot
and
him.
show
That's
us
how
how, as
fucking
governor,
sick
and
you are.
he was not aware of this. Just like
Sick
Tim Walsh, he
fucks.
was not. They're always never aware of it, but when you come to them, when we got a guy who has evidence, they attack the guy with the evidence.
Yeah.
Which, and I didn't go to Harvard. I went to a little teaching school in Nebraska. And I'm not a scientist, and I'm not an economic engineer, whatever the hell it is, but I know a crook when I see one. And this is no different than anybody else that's stealing from one group, and you go to them, and the people that they're paying off
I
and
know
telling
a
you to shut
crook
up.
when
And
I
that's what they're
see
telling him
one,
to shut
too.
up.
You
You're
know,
a loser and an
Jamie,
asshole when I
Nick
see you,
Shirley,
too.
the guy there, is
Not
23
that
years
tough.
old. He's having such a huge impact. It must make you feel terrible that as
Loser.
a you're twice his age,
Loser,
and you've never
loser.
made an impact on anything. It's just got to eat your insides right now.
Yeah, it's weird. It does it more when you talk about it so directly.
Maybe you could pull him aside after the show.
If I was Gavin Newsom, or as I like to call him, Jean-Claude Van Damme, I would hire Nick Shirley and I would fire the
Claude
third
Van
grader
Damme.
that runs their
He
Twitter
used to
account.
be cool.
Yes.
I would hire him. I would put him right on the
He's
thing.
been doing
And
lately.
I don't know if you guys, I watched the entire 40-minute segment, by the way. Some of these names, these are all real. We're better
He
than
could still
other
kick
ones.
a ball
One of the
like
hospice
90
names,
miles an
it was
hour out of
called
his
Healing
fucking.
Miracle. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good one.
Remember
That's where I want to
spinning
go.
back
Another
kick?
one, no joke, was called Garden Angels. Not Guardian Angels. Garden Angels. Like, that's a
Garden.
landscaping place.
Garden Angels.
That's better than Leary's.
Leering.
It's right there with Leary.
Learing
One of them was
school.
called In and Out Hospice. That's not
Clearing
bad.
school.
And by the way, Greg, Nick 100%. I don't even have to say this, but Nick 100% not a pedophile. He left
He's
two
mad.
completely unattended children right there.
He'll be
And
back.
he's a Mormon.
Hey, I can't. Come here, you.
Hotep, this is insane. But it's insane how Gavin responded.
Yeah, true, but
Crazy.
Nick pisses me off.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nick because he's doing all this exposing, but he ain't telling me which form I gotta fill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be Somali too.
Yes.
Yeah, my great grandmother is.
Maybe I'm
You know
Somali.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, look
I mean,
at me.
people
am-
think I'm black. I don't know how that's happening, but
I can do this.
maybe I'm black.
Why not?
I might be black.
Why are we the ones being ripped off? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, get a piece of it. We'll split it.
But you know what else he's actually, we're gonna definitely split that. But you know what else he's really exposing on a serious note? I think it's the fact that there's so much available capital in America, and us, the Americans, aren't going and finding out how to get that and actually building real institutions.
can't get-
Real.
Hit it the nail on
can't
the
get it.
head. Drive
can't
around
get
America,
it.
you could see these These like businesses
Screwed me over
that
and
are
over and
open
over
nothing's
again.
going on. That's like unrecognized. I mean, it's weird. It's like all this money. It's
Like a
untapped.
lamp
You want to
store.
see something?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something here.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm going
how
to show you
many,
something.
how many lamps do you...
There you go. Where'd it go?
Yes, that's a good question. I wake up every morning and I go, how many lamps do I need?
I'll
I
show
mean,
you.
to where you have a whole store. You
Right
don't
here.
sell anything else.
Well, I got this
I
Not
first.
even light bulbs. Just
This
I'm
lamps.
broke.
I could own a
but
lamp
here I
store
have
and then I wouldn't have to
this.
worry about lamps.
I have $100 bill, right?
Well, if it's the
Okay.
Tyrus
And look.
Hotel lamp store, you will, because there won't be any lamps out.
All right,
And then,
this is a fun story. Coming up, Jazzy's defense.
yeah, Jazz. Oh, Miss Jazzy. Here she is. This is, yeah, I dropped this out to Cara. Let me show you something. I should show this to you because it's nothing I can really show. That's a check for $200 to my town. For my I wish I could use that $100 bill. That'd be funny. One of these days I might show up at a bar and throw that time on the counter and leave.
I'm feeling
I
great.
wouldn't do that, but
How's your
it
tummy,
would be
Lego?
funny.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm ignoring it and
Annoying it?
and
Hoping
And
for the best. Well, Voya is
I don't get
helping me make the right
I just don't
benefit
get
and
it. I
investment
don't
choices
I
for my
can't see why
future.
people
Check
just
this out,
don't get it. Why
come on.
people are
Cougar Tech.
dumb because
Correct.
Don't just
number one,
hope for a
they
strong
don't have
future.
to pay
Plan for
tax.
them. With Voya, plan, invest, protect.
They
Instagram
you know,
TV accounts
especially
with automatic
illegal
protections.
aliens. I'll turn this back. I'll just mute it. And you know, what do you do? Whatever. I don't know what that means, but you know, girl protects herself with her clothing. Really, I don't know. I think most chicks, you know, you ever see these girls that, you ever see, speaking of this is a good comment because I just saw one where there's these guys, they do this podcast. It's very funny. They have like a bunch of girls on their podcast who are all like OnlyFans girls and this and that. And they ask them, can you name 2 countries, 3 countries? And they'll be like, Africa. And then they're like, oh, I'm not too bright. But then the first thing they say is that if you think the SAVE Act is bad, why? Because, it's what do they call it? It's, people can't get IDs. Well, what do they call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Come on, man. They're all on the same page here. It's they just hate everybody. It's just funny. It's not even, I can't even think of it. It's just because I'm not. It's racist. They're racist, right? Oh, America's racist. Oh, it's white supremacy. Oh no, because they want an ID for you to vote. So it's so hard to get an ID, by the way. Yeah. All right, that's funny. I've had an ID since I was, I think I got my first one. I was 14, probably younger than that. I had my first driver's license when I was 14. I sound like a soft liberal. You sound like a guy that's just trying to say something because you're a moron. And anyways, a soft liberal. Really? I'm trying to stick up for Republicans here, dumbass. Yeah. How many IDs do you have? Do you have an ID? Yeah. Do you have an ID? Can you vote? Have you registered as a voter? Dumbass. Souping 67. Do you have an ID? Do you have one? All I see is a bunch of shit that's being shut down. But anyways. Yeah, we have this guy here with this fucking little gibberish, fucking stupid shit that nobody gives a fuck. Because that's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Why does it matter? You're the one that fucking brought it up, asshole. You're the one that said something stupid, and you still can't come up with an answer. Still can't come up. Do you have an ID? No, of course, you can't say that. No, you won't say anything about it, will you? Nope. Oh, no, because you're a Democrat, and you want fake people. Oh, never mind. We're back.
What do you think those protocols were?
I won't tell you.
Who's crying is you.
Exactly.
You're the one
Come on,
crying.
man. Stop it. She knows exactly. Come on. You knew who was on your team. Stop.
Yeah.
You know, he was cheaper.
Yeah.
He could do things. And, you know, I was in the bodyguard business. He's pretending to be a cop. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do because they ask for serial numbers, where you're at. There's a pen, like ex-cops would be the first one. He was part of that team.
Yeah,
and it's funny because he was a con man, and they usually birds of a feather flock together. She was a con woman. One day she was from the hood. One day she was from Harvard. I think at one she got during this. She didn't do an interview today, but I'm pretty sure she would have had a Gaelic accent today. Like she's just
fucking.
She's as fake as it gets.
I don't even know what he's saying.
And he was part of a team. And if and this is what makes me laugh. You try to distance yourself.
Yeah, that's what he
but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
He was with
promoting
you everywhere.
terrorism.
You knew it. You're a part of it. If we give her the benefit of the doubt, further lets us know how unfit she is to
Didn't
serve
work
in
out very
office.
well for
That
you,
it was
yeah.
right in front of you. That you could not figure that
Come
out.
up with a Hajib shit again.
No, I want to ask Hotep this. Not you, sorry.
Don't
Jim.
come on my
you guys
page
look
and
alike.
start
That
that
happens a lot.
Look, they're all
Hotep, do you
gone.
think they could be involved in a relationship?
I'm so
Wow,
worried.
we're getting juicy now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Bumping uglies.
I hope not. I kind of like Jazz, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just get rid of the bat wings on her eyes and get like a mute button. I could really get into it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
See you
but
later.
it's something wrong with her bodyguard. Like either he's a slow learner or he's suicidal. Because every black man knows what to do when the police pull up. You know what I mean? Like, they say ain't free. I'll put my white boys on. How they do it?
Don't work out too well for him. Don't reach. Don't reach. Don't reach. He reaches.
Go, you on your phone.
You're like
while
a
you're
cage
going. I
on
was just
his
sitting here
ass.
watching some white guy cuss out some white women and called the five. You know?
I was just watching the five.
I was just watching the five.
Yeah.
My John Deere hat.
Jamie, he's not really good at security if he got shot.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I have a personal relate to that. I actually knew a woman who was impersonating an officer because I had paid her a little bit extra. And honestly, I haven't seen someone pretend to be someone else this long since that one time I was married for 16 years.
Ow, those are two good ones, Kat. Usually we don't get two. I'm kidding. As we get three. We get three. So, Kat, this seems to me this happens a lot on the Democrat side.
Funny.
Remember when? Okay, so
funny.
the fart guy,
Jamie.
Swalwell,
Told you,
gets in
check
bed
him
with a
out.
spy. Dianne Feinstein had a
Check him
driver
out.
who was a spy for years. We
Jeez.
never really see.
You got another fake profile here, everybody.
Stand by
Look
her
out.
guy, I guess.
Really?
Fake profile alert! Fake profile alert!
I don't know, like impersonate a police officer.
Already been
barricade
banned
myself in
twice
the car
tonight,
until
but
the
he's
cops were
back.
Died to shoot out with a cop that you would just forget all about.
Man, he's gone.
You wouldn't have my back.
I would take some time off. And then I would completely forget about it. I would throw you.
One little suicide by cop.
Suicide
Obviously, it's
by
incredibly alarming. It's incredibly
I don't know.
alarming.
Wouldn't be my way.
Well, there you go. I think it's incredibly alarming. Up next,
Wouldn't be my way.
90s nostalgia.
Boom. Period. Yeah, there you go. There you have it. Yeah, bunch of fucking morons acted like idiots. Like a freaking guy that was Jasmine Crockett's freaking did he get there, by the way? Oh, we did everything we needed to do. We vetted him. We did this. We did that. He had fucking 4 goddamn felony charges. 4. They didn't know that. And she's a congressperson. And then she blames it on freaking everybody else. It's all everybody else's fault. It wasn't her fault. She didn't bring it to, the freaking goddamn Social Security or what do you want to call them? The fuck, who cares? It doesn't matter. It just proves how stupid these people are. And she's gone. She's done. She ain't gonna be in fucking Congress anymore. How'd that work out for her? That's not working out too well for her. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree. I mean, but you got to do something. Something's got to be done. I mean, but it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't end. It just doesn't end. These people are so stupid. Yeah. It doesn't end. Like this, okay? Like this. The message held for review. It just doesn't end. It's just non-stop. And these people, karma's a bitch. You guys got to think about this. We put this shit up here. Karma's a bitch. You've tried to ban me how many times now? It's a giant fucking stone thing. Giant monolith. Huge stones. You can see them in Baalbek, Lebanon. You can see them in Egypt. It's called a monolith. They're giant cut stones that were moved from maybe hundreds, if not thousands of miles away to be put up in places. That's a monolith. It's a giant stone that is one piece. And you see them, a good example of that is in Sacsayhuamana, where they have these giant monoliths where they were pulled from across through a mountain, from another mountain, across a river and a valley, and brought up to a place in the islands of, maybe it was where's the one I like? Is Pumapunku. That's it's right by no, I got no eggs. I got one egg. I do have an egg. I actually keep one every once in a while. Yeah, well, they say there are, but there's no proof in that. I've seen a couple of photos of them, but I don't know. The monoliths on Mars are, there's no way to really prove that because, they never brought the real ones. There were satellite pictures taken there of the monoliths there. But if you want to see monoliths, you go to Egypt. Oh, we're back. Okay, we got to see this.
They're finding new interest
Gen
in Friends,
Z.
Seinfeld, Sex and the City,
That's you guys.
and New York City glamour.
Yeah,
Are you're slightly
stupid
older,
as
maybe by a
fuck.
decade or two. Do you feel nostalgic
You're
for the
stupid
90s?
as fuck.
I was in like the first grade, so
Yeah,
not really.
I'm
but
old as dirt.
I do
You're
wish I got to be in
stupid.
New York in that time, because New York sucks.
I have
Yeah.
more
See, like,
brains
the
in my
city that
head
never
than you
sleeps,
have
now
in
you
your
can't even get a
pinky, you
decent
fuck.
soup past 10 p.m.
That is true. You're already a little old lady.
I
Where's
love
my
it.
soup? Where is my soup?
Yeah, there you go. Where's your soup?
And then you
Where's
only
my
order soup, so the guy has to
soup?
take it all the way
Look
over
at
there and
that.
get
Tomato
$8.
soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. That's all y'all love.
I get multiple soups.
Oh, that's good. Tyrus,
She loves
is there
soup.
anything you're
Cat
nostalgic
loves
about
soup.
the 90s?
No, you know what's funny is
But she
I
makes
look
them
back at the
herself.
90s, and it makes sense why this group likes them so much, because I look back at pictures and music groups and rap videos
Well, you know what?
and
They get
movies
way
and stuff, and I was
smarter
like,
than
wow,
any of these
we were all
idiots. They
gay.
keep bringing this shit up. I'm old as dirt. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're still here, aren't you?
especially Tupac.
It was a very colorful time. And as you get older, you're like, wow, we were really, like, all our heavy metal bands were drag queens.
Yes.
And then we would always talk about how badass they were.
And
And Paris
Ah, now somebody got it.
Sinbad. Remember Sinbad?
Welcome, my
Look at what he
friend.
dressed.
Welcome.
See, like that now, you'd be like, "Where's the clown paint?
Drink out of
Hammer,
hoses.
Bag pants for extremely obese people? Like, what was that about? Like, it was just a very frolicky time."
Oh, Tep, I don't know how old you are. So, how old were you in the 90s?
No, I'm
Ignore
45
this
now.
idiot.
Yeah.
I can't do math, so somebody in the audience will figure it out. My thing is
He's a
with the
piece of
90s,
shit.
nobody can quite figure out
Lives in his
why it was so
mother's
great.
basement.
It was great because nobody acted like
Has to
this.
put puppy
Yes.
pads on when I show up.
That's what it was. Sum it up like that.
There you go.
You could
It's over.
offend people. Our entertainment was
It's
offensive.
over.
We looked at it, we enjoyed it, we laughed.
It's
Now,
over.
today, everybody's offended at everything,
Yeah.
That's what made the 90s great.
It was before identity politics. Jamie, in the 90s, what foster home were you in?
Identity.
I don't even. I was in the first grade also, but I
Let
was
me
17.
ask.
Screw the 90s, man. Friends, Sex in the City.
Did you ever get a job with identity politics? You ever get a job? I never did. I got a job because I was smarter than everybody else. I got a job because I had a gig going on. I fucking knew it better than everybody. All my jobs came when I filled out a goddamn fucking resume, and I put it on the page at the top of the 100 people that were there looking, and I got the job. Funny story. I get a job once. I went into a joint. It was, I ain't gonna say where it was. It was, because if I do, you might know where I live. And the guy was like, "Oh, you want to be, oh, blah, blah, blah." Like, whatever, dude, here. And I threw my resume down, and my they made me fill out a freaking, what do you call it? A stupid, piece of paper. And I said, "Here's my resume." Well, I stapled to it. I said, "See resume." I literally I wrote on the top, "Here's my name, here's my name, here's my number, and it was all on my resume. And I threw it down. And anyways, that's stupid. This is a stupid question. There's nothing to do with Israel. They're a freaking. I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, it's a stupid question. If you don't know, you don't have no clue. And anyways. Yeah, you look like you live in your mother's basement and you suck dick. So whatever. Good for you. That's what you look like. And anyways, I did. I put it down, and there was like a stack of 100 people. And he's like, "You're really one." Yeah, I'm doing this very long. So anyways, yeah. Now I'll do that. We're just doing this. So anyways, bye. See you later. Take it easy. Bye. Take it easy. Fuck off. See you later, fuckhead. Anyways, we're not answering these. I can go too. Bye. See you later. I think it's the same guy. So I hope it is. Maybe not, but you should stop all the fake profiles. It's not helping you very much because you've already fucked with me enough, and they already are on to you, and it didn't work. And so anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I put my I put my, let's turn this down. Hold on a second.
Well,
I put my resume on the page with the what do they call it? Fucking, you had to fill out a piece of paper. What did Israel do? Why don't you tell us about Israel's crimes? Let us know. I want to hear. What were Israel's crimes? What'd they do? Tell us. What were Israel's crimes? This guy's trying to get me off my path here. So anyways, because he has nothing, he can't say anything. Anyways, I put it up in it. By the time I got home, there was at least 100 freaking, they weren't resumes. They were, they just filled out a piece of paper. What was it? And yeah, you're off my page too. There you go. See you. You're off my page. Bye. See you later. You've been here enough. I've seen you 19 times tonight. Bye-bye. Yeah. Great crew tonight. Great crew. That's what I needed. Great crew. I'm looking for a great crew, by the way. Not that tough. Jesus Christ. These people just don't give up. Free Palestine from what? Terrorists? No. I'll tell you what. I know guys that will go in there right now. I know guys that wouldn't fucking even hesitate. They go right into fucking Hamas. And they kill them all. They kill them all. Palestine is being controlled by terrorists. That's how stupid you are. It's just fucking not cool. Yep. Okay. Not cool. Anyway. And I got a call back, and why can't we have a good conversation? Not one good conversation. Anyways, not one good conversation, and I got hired that day. By the time I made it home, that's when I had an answering machine. Yeah, it was before you had a fucking goddamn smartphone. I already been there too with the smartphone. I went and did interviews. Head bartender, freaking ran the restaurant, front of the house manager. Yeah, pretty cool, right? No, not really, because they were good. I think Bruce Springsteen is an idiot. Bruce Springsteen is a fucking idiot. Never liked him. Never was a fan. Never liked him. And now he's a complete moron. There you go. You like that answer? Bruce Springsteen is a fucking idiot Democrat piece of shit. What does he got? What's he gonna do? Born in the USA, but I hate it. I hate the USA. Now the USA sucks. You're a moron. You really are. You're fucking that stupid, are you?
Hezbollah, meantime, fired dozens of rockets into the north of Israel today. 5 drones were also launched into the north of Israel.
Yeah.
Israel is now
that's not going to happen.
Inside Lebanon. And a large ground offensive.
I love Rowdy. Yeah. Remember, what was that flick? It was, what was it with the glasses? That was a great movie. Rowdy Roddy Piper. That was an awesome flick. Was, They Live. They Live. See, you think I'm stupid. I bet none of these idiots know that movie. I bet none of them fucking seen it. They Live. Wasn't that an awesome flick? Yeah, that fight. One of the best fight scenes ever with him and the black dude in the alley. I don't remember his name, but that was a great flick. She was gorgeous, too. I just saw her not too long ago. She did another movie. I knew it, too. I saw her, and I just could tell by her eyes. It was her eyes. She was obviously older, but she was gorgeous. And she was, so hot. And the guy that played with him, I think he might be dead. I don't know. They Live. What a great movie. That was one of my favorites. I love that flick. I have it on DVD. They Live. That was a great flick. No, put the glasses on you. Boom, they're beating the crap, hitting each other with garbage cans and shit. That was funny. That was a great flick. And then when he looked, he was like, holy fuck, And it's like, with the signs, you must consume, you must do this. That was a great flick. Yeah, always has been one of my favorite movies. I love that flick. That was a great flick. Yeah. Reminds me of what I kind of figured out a long time ago. Yeah, that's a good one. I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, that wasn't bad. Yeah, I remember being you were a kid, Mel. I remember when it came out, but I just still think They Live. That was a great flick. It was one of those flicks that made you think, and and Roddy Piper. You know, I remember. You ever see the one where he was on? Can't remember what he was on. He was on a live show somewhere, and they said, "Oh, it's all fake." And he got up. He goes, "Yeah, yeah, it's not like you guys get hurt." And he pulled his pants down, and he showed him a giant bruise on his leg. Yeah, that's fake, right? Yeah, yeah. V was cool too. Yeah, but They Live. Yeah, I love that flick. That was a good flick. Always be one of my favorites. That's one. If somebody said, "What are we doing tonight? Man, you got any good movies?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I got one. Here we go. I'll grab it out of my library. I got a pretty good library." And yeah, that would be They Live. And that was a good one. The creepy aliens. Remember, they're like, "We got one here. We got one here." He's like, "I came here to chew bubblegum and kick some ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum." Anybody hear that? "I came here to chew bubblegum and kick some ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum." So I'm going to kick some ass, motherfuckers. That's what I'm going to do. Nobody's there. So I'll remember this one. Roddy Piper. I get to meet a couple of those guys. I was fortunate enough to a couple of places.
We're kind of going off topic here because Secretary of State Marco Rubio was talking about regime change in Cuba. He said this.
It's funny. Again.
The economy doesn't work. It's a non-functional economy. It's an economy that has survived.
I'm waiting for somebody to come here so I can say this. Yeah, because I know somebody saw it. I know somebody saw it. I came here to chew bubblegum and kick some ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. So I'm gonna kick some ass, motherfuckers. Yeah, he was a good actor. He's a great wrestler. I wasn't a wrestling fan, by the way. What was funny about it? But I did get to meet Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Pretty cool. I mean, I did. My buddy had tickets. We got to go backstage and get to meet them both. That big Jesus Christ shaking their hands was like, it was like a Jesus Christ. It's like my hand was the size of a fucking Budweiser can, and they just grabbed my hand. I was like, "Oh Jesus!" Yeah, both of them, Hulk and Andre the Giant. He was a beast, by the way. He did not like the rest of the guys. Freaking Andre was like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna beat your ass." He did not. They were telling him, "You gotta lose," and he was like, "Fuck that! I ain't losing." That was Andre for you. But yeah, I came here to fucking eat bubblegum and kick some ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Get it? Yeah, that was Roddy Piper, and They Live. Great flick. And of course, the girl was gorgeous in that. She had the most beautiful eyes. She had those big green eyes, kind of like mine. I got green eyes. Might not show him to very many people. You'll see him, look, green eyes. And actually, they're Hazel. She was hot as fuck. And I remember when she threw him out the window. She threw him out the window. I'll never forget that. I was like, oh, he's in. And then she threw him out the window. I got him. She was a bitch. That was a movie. It was a role. That's what it was. She threw him out the window. That was funny. That was his, I think, first and only movie. I don't think he did another movie after that. Did he do another movie? Mine do too. I have another friend who that happens to. Mine are either green or hazel. Mine are green or hazel. Depends. Yeah. Depends on the color. My cat, the same thing. Well, not Alley Cat. Alley Cat's eyes are yellow. My other cat, her eyes change. She's either got green or yellow. She's funny. Yeah, I got hazel right now, I think. I don't know. Tell me. What are my eyes? They hazel? I think they're hazel. I don't know. They're either green or hazel. It's funny. Yeah, I got that fucking sickness, too. It's a sickness, I think. Yeah, I think it's what it is, too. There's a funny thing about this when you talk about UFOs and aliens and stuff like that. Most people that have been abducted by aliens have two things: green or hazel eyes and RN DNA. And I have both. And let's just say it's not cool. You can't stop it. You know, I'm not gonna argue about it. But yeah, I have a friend who one of her children was born, and she had the same thing going on, RN DNA. They had to do a blood transfusion on her because she had RN DNA, and I have the same thing, and
Yeah, it's a very good point. And who am
and
we got to talk, we're going to talk
different
about
eye colors. Our eye colors will change, and that's part of what aliens did to us. So anybody that thinks UFOs aren't real or aliens aren't real, well, guess what? You're wrong, and I don't know. I can't explain it. I have never been able to explain it. All I know, my mom actually didn't believe me, and then she figured it out. She was like, wow, you were right. You know why? Because she had an implant. And she had an implant removed from her. I've never had an implant removed from me. I might have one. I don't know. I broke my ankle last year. I didn't find one, but well, you know, I had talk about that. I had missing time several times of missing DNA. Started when I was 4. Second time I was in my middle 20s. Third time in my 30s, and I lost hours and hours of time where I don't know where I was at or how I got home or what happened, but yeah, and you know, it's I actually I was friends with a couple of very intelligent people that studied this and went through the things that happened with people that were abducted. I ain't gonna say I was. I don't know. I've never seen an alien. I don't know. But I do know one thing. The shit that happened to me was not real. It was not something that made sense. Didn't make sense. Just didn't make sense. And that's when I really did research. And that's why I became who I am. And I lost that. That was like my father. My father saw something laying next to my mother. He said, my mother used to claim it was a poltergeist. And they play that game. That was the one thing I learned. They play that game. It was like a ghost, but it wasn't. And it wasn't a ghost. It was, he saw an alien. And that was in my mom's bedroom. And then the funniest part about that is she thought I was nuts. And then she finally figured it out. And she called me one night. She's like, "You're right." She thought I was nuts. I was like, "I'm telling you." And then she said, "You're nuts." And then she figured it out because she had an implant. She had an implant. It was removed from her. They found a piece of metal in her arm. They did an x-ray. She sprained her arm. They did an x-ray. They removed it. And then he took it out. Dr. Torres. I'll never forget his name. Dr. Torres. He's a good doctor. And then but he never let her see it. He never let her talk about it. He said, "We're not talking about this. This is what it was. You had a piece of metal in your arm. You must have slipped into a piece," and she slipped into a piece of metal. So, anyways, yeah, there we go. I guess we're gonna get on this. And then when I had my last, well, it's not the last. It wasn't the last. I actually had another experience after that. This is after I did radio shows and stuff, especially after I had missing time, 6 hours. 6 hours of missing time. Drove home from work, lost 6 hours. Left at work at 10 o'clock, got home at 6 in the morning, 4:30, whatever it was. It was 6 hours. It was 10, so it was 6 hours. And anyways, the next time it happened for me was I was at home, and I was in my apartment, and I'm not going to tell you where. I was at home, and I had I've never found it. I don't know. I've never found the tracker in me, but I did that one night. I knew it too. I knew it. I was trying to go to sleep, and I had sleep paralysis, which I had never had. And I could tell you the other stories first. I'm actually kind of doing stories about that. And I just knew something was up. I couldn't move. I had sleep paralysis, and then my apartment, just my closet lit up with lights. And I was trying to get up, and I couldn't get up, and I was fighting. And I was fighting like a bastard. I'm a fighter. And 3:19 a.m. It's kind of funny you say that, because it probably was right around that time. I was trying to get up out of my bed. I couldn't get up. I was pinned down like a motherfucker. And I couldn't get up. And I kept fighting, and finally I just gave up. And then I finally gave up. Fuck this. I gave up. And then I woke up, And the first thing that happened, I got up, I jumped up out of my bed. I was in fighting stance. I was like, boom, I'm gonna fuck it, motherfuckers. I knew what happened too. And it was funny because that morning my mother called me. You know, what's going on? I was like, they got me. And I told her what happened. She goes, they got you. And like I said, she was very skeptical about the whole thing. But after she realized what had happened to her, it all came back. It comes back. Okay, you don't see it. They make you forget, and then it comes back. Mm-mm. No, it was no. Actually, I will tell you this though. I used to go fishing at this place. I'll tell you this story. It was a good story. I used to go fishing at a place where you weren't supposed to go fishing. And I go there and I park my car in a little spot. And I have my fishing pole. I leave my fishing poles on the side of the road because it's a great bass pond. It was just a fucking beautiful place to go fishing. I would catch 5-6 pounders all day long. And I left and I went down, I went fishing. Next thing you know, I go up, I put my fishing poles on the side of the road, went back to my car, and one of the cops that would come into the bakery, my family's restaurant, he came in one day and goes, dude, what were you doing the other day? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you were in your car. You were passed out. I couldn't wake you up. He was like, it was like 80 degrees out. I was knocking on your window, trying to get you to wake up. You wouldn't wake up. I almost broke your window. But I didn't. I go, what do you mean? I didn't do that. I goes, you were there. And he said, I love it. In fact, there's only one person there. And he goes, tell you, it was weird. He's like, you were passed out in your car. Which, I don't pass out in my car. I give a fuck. I can drink all day long. I can fucking drink all day long. I don't do that. There's another one, too. But this guy was like, he was a good guy, too. He was a good guy. No, he was like, it was weird as fuck. And I couldn't wake you up, so I said, I'll just leave him alone. And I woke up and I don't remember any of it. And I got home. And who knows? I don't remember the time or the place or whatever. Just like when I left work and left to work at 10 o'clock at night, got home at 4:30 in the morning, 6 hours of missing time. Yeah. Drove straight home just to watch the football show so I could do my bets. And anyways.
Stock up on Pepto today. Did you know you can relieve everyday aches and pains with odor-free Aspercream?
I don't believe that. You know, somebody says I have a doppelganger. It's funny you bring that up. I met a guy once that said, "Hi, how's it going, Dad? What are you doing?" I was like, I don't know who the fuck you are. I just saw you the other day. I'm like, I don't think so. Yeah, he said, dude, it's not me. He's like, I'm telling you, it's you. I met you. It wasn't me. So I guess I do. I can't argue that point. But he was very adamant that, you know, was some guy he'd never met in my life that said I had a doppelganger. That was me. Other guy looked just like me. Everybody's got a doppelganger, I guess. Yeah, I swear to Christ, that was the weirdest shit, dude. That was the weirdest shit. I still remember that. I don't know. It kind of still is like, wow. Wasn't me, man. You know, it was the city. It was the big city, man. It's Vegas. Yeah, he's just like, hey, how you doing? What are you doing? Hey, how you been? I've never seen you in my life, bro. Kind of creepy. Yeah, that was weird. He's still, I haven't seen him since, but he was very adamant. It was me. And I was like, it wasn't me, dude. It was not me. And it wasn't my brother, because my brother, he's dead, and he looked like he was 90. So couldn't have been him, and he wasn't here. So, but he was very adamant that it was me. He's like, I know you. I hung out with you. We played pool together, which I played pool with a lot of people. So, anyway, they're still doing this. Still doing voter ID laws. Jeez. The only reason they don't want them is because they can't cheat. The Democrats can't cheat. Oh no, voter ID! Oh no! I got an ID. Speaking of which, where's my ID? I'm gonna put it here before I lose it. Put this right up here. See ya. Look at that voter ID. Right there. No, look at that. I got an ID. What a thunk. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, handsome. What are you doing, you? Yeah, cat says hi. He's sitting here. We'll see him. Whatever. It's just not funny anymore. It's just not funny. Stupid shit. I'm so getting sick of it. No. No, I get people calling me all the time. How do you know my name? Anyway, okay. Well, here we go. Yeah, cat. What are you doing? What are you doing? Say hi. Say hi, handsome. What are you doing? What are you doing, my handsome boy? It's my handsome boy. Let me tell you something. That cat kept me alive. That cat kept me alive. I was depressed. I just was going through whatever. And he found me. Yeah. He found me. He did too. I heard him. Look at him. He's on my lap right now. He's like, I found you. What are you doing? He found me. He knew it. He knew it. He said, if I didn't find him, he'd be eaten by coyotes. I knew it, though. I found him. I put him on my shoulder. I brought him out of the woods. I actually brought him to some asshole's house. I was hanging on it. What are you doing, handsome? He saved me. And now I have two. And I also, and the other thing was, I saw one laying in the road. And I've told you guys this, but. And they all got homes. They all got homes. And now I have Callie, too. And she's funny. She is so cute. She is so funny. She's another. She's not an orange cat, but she's still a tabby. And I call her Callie because she's got every color you can imagine. She's black and red and striped and, yellow and whatever you want. She white, and she's a hot shit. And you know what? If it wasn't for these two. Yeah. Oh, he's with me. Look at. He's sitting right with me right now. He knows it. He knows it. He's sitting here and he doesn't.
Democrats remember their 2024.
All I gotta do is feed him. Feed him. Let him out once in a while. He likes to go out. I'm sure. Yeah. That sounds like Zeus. My puppy dog. He brought me a whole piece of pizza once. I tried to take it away from him. He's like, "It's my piece of pizza."
Just so that we can get Democrats on the record on what they think.
No.
I don't need to know what Democrats think about
No, I gotta tell you. No, I'd rather have an animal. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. My allergies. I'd rather have anybody. I'd rather have my cat right now. But it's funny because, you know, I have good friends too. Yeah, my cats are cool. They are. Everybody knows it too. My buddies know it. They come over them. And they're like, "What are you doing, dude?" You know. And I guarantee you this, if you came in my house and tried to fuck with me, you'd be attacked. My cats would fuck you up. They'd be right up your fucking leg, strap right into your nuts and bite them. And then, you know, what's happened? They've seen it. Ah, cat, what are you doing here, boy? You fat bastard. I call him fat bastard. He's not fat, but he is. He's the fat bastard. That's his nickname. Stubby, too. Somebody smashed his tail on a door or something when they found him. A little tiny broken tail. And it never grew. No, he still got a little tiny tail. He got a tiny tail. What are you doing, Nancy? What are you doing, Pinky? Call him Pinky, too. Pinky's a good name. Pink nose. What's so awesome? Hi. You chilling. Anyways, what the fuck? Why is it so tough? Why do people have to make it so fucking tough? Why? What's the problem? That's funny you say that. Yeah, funny. That's so funny you bring that up. The first cat that I grew up with was a Siamese. My grandmother had a Siamese. My mother had a Siamese. My mother's Siamese was Blossom. The other one was Yuki. And my grandmother's was Yuki. Yuki was cool. And I used to go over and hang out with my grandmother when I was a little kid. And Blossom wouldn't go to bed unless I went to bed. She slept with me every night. And one night I went to bed and she had a seizure and she died. And yeah, she slept with me every night. I couldn't go to, if she would wait for me to go to bed, she'd be on the stairs like, meow, meow, meow. Yeah, that was Blossom. And so I wound up getting Uncle Simon. Because that was Mom's cat. That was Mom's cat. And I saw an ad. Actually, girl I was dating saw an ad. My girlfriend at the time said, found an ad for a Siamese. They were looking for a home. So we went and picked her up and brought her home. And she made it all the way from Chicago to New Hampshire. Or he, I should say. That was Uncle Simon. Uncle Simon, we called him. Poor bastard.
So he gets all ready.
It's the only bad thing about animals.
I mean, this is important stuff.
He made it quite a while. He made it for about 15 years.
We asked Governor Newsom, they asked Governor
Then
Newsom, everybody asked him, and they just send out these
we had to
meetings,
put him to
and they
sleep.
send these messages, put this up on the
And
screen, because this is
poor
what
Uncle
it's
Simon.
about.
And
Some
he was
AI
awesome.
generated
Uncle
thing,
Simon was
Nick
awesome.
Shirley saying, hey, can I say
And, you
some
know,
creepy thing like Common Sense said?
I'm not going to tell you
Why
the
would
other stories of
Governor's office
animals.
should want to know what's
The
happening in
animals.
his state that is against the
The
law?
parakeet.
Gavin Newsom is totally focused on 2028. He's
My
totally
brother.
focused on Donald Trump. He's
Dobermans.
lost sight of the state that he runs, which is
Yeah.
California.
Had
Maybe he should leave the race for
couple
a little bit. I know plenty of other
Dobermans.
good qualified candidates that can run for 2028.
Nah.
But look, I've been in California.
Sucks. That's why I don't have a dog. People, why don't you have a dog? I just don't want another dog. That's why I have cats. Yeah. That's why I have 2 cats. And, you know, he's about 5. You know, he's gonna be 5.
Thank you both. An illegal
Right?
entry
Yeah,
offense
he'll be
in
5.
assault and battery for
Yep.
allegedly
And
groping
then
about
he's
a
gonna
dozen
be,
female
she's gonna
athletes
be
in
about
Virginia
2
high
and a
school
half.
when he was a 19-year-old 11th
And,
grader. Anita Vogel
you
lied
know.
troubling details on this. Anita, good evening.
You know, my last dog was a min pin, Zeus. He was so cool. Best dog I've ever had. He was mine and mine alone. It wasn't the family. It wasn't everybody else. Just me. And I miss him more than anything. And I know who killed him. And, I shouldn't say that because whatever. He got poisoned. Somebody poisoned his ass. Son of a bitches. I don't know. You know, I was just looking at dogs. You know what I like is a. I'd love a. Well, of course, I want to know a Doberman. Who doesn't? When you have a Doberman. I don't be sorry. Is a freaking an Alaskan dog. You know what I mean? Freaking no. Yeah, my neighbors have a pretty cool dog. He's pretty cool. I hang out with him once in a while, so that's cool. They lost their dog not too long ago. She was cute. But I don't know. Lab would be nice. I don't know. Kato. He was cool. She was actually. I miss my animals. You know, especially dogs. I want a bird. I want the bird. And I watched, what was it? Iron Man 3. I want my bird. Was that? That was Mickey Rourke. I want my bird. I want my bird. Yeah. We got you the bird, man. We got you the bird. That's not my bird. I want my bird. And the cockatoo. Those are cool. I'd be happy with a freaking little budgie. Bird is the word. And I want a little budgie. I almost got one. But I'm going to get a cat first. So I thought maybe it's a good idea not to get a bird because he'd probably kill it. Because he was a kitten. I bet if I got one now, we'd be fine with it. Right? Right, handsome. You wouldn't kill the bird, would you? No, the bird would probably be whacking him on the head. Yeah, you can train him. Kind of funny, huh? Kind of funny how the world works.
Washington needs to help AI flourish. It's vital to our economic security. We cannot let.
Kind of funny how the world works. Anybody got a bird?
Let's protect our competitive edge.
I can feed it to my cat. Nah, my cat wouldn't eat it. I'd train it. My cat's trained pretty good. He wouldn't eat the bird. The bird would probably fuck with them. Just like I fuck with you. Yeah, I knew a guy too. Well, I know another guy. Yeah. You know my first buggy. My mom went to the zoo, Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. You got two zoos there, Brookfield and Lincoln Park. She went to Brookfield. She was at the zoo. They went to the zoo, took my niece, my sister, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, she was sitting there and a bird landed on her shoulder. I was like, what the hell? Why is there a bird on my shoulder? And she pat him, and it was like, meow, 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 kissing her. That bird was so cool. She brought it home. How she got it all the way home from Chicago to where we lived was 30 miles away, at least. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, exactly. You know, I got a buddy. He wears a coat. It's covered in bird shit. He's got a parrot covered in bird shit. Anyways, this little budgie, freaking, you know, it wasn't like caught or nothing. It just flew, and it stood with it the whole time. Yeah, he's bird shit all over his shoulder, right? And seen that, been there, done that. And I actually got attacked by a parrot once at some guy's house. And motherfucker, kill that motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck? Thing came right out, fucking grabbed me by the nose. Anyways, the budgie, that was so cute, little yellow budgie, and still a parrot, and it didn't talk, but it made noises, and kiss you, lay on your chest. If I was laying down on the couch watching TV, he'd lay on my chest and put his chest up against me and be like, kiss, kiss, kiss. And, you know, you breathe on him. He'd be like, oh, yeah, that's good. That's what I want. And, I don't want to talk about it. My brother was such a prick. If it wasn't for him, I'd still have one of the Dobermans. Well, the Doberman would probably be dead by now. Probably be put to sleep because of old age. But, yeah. You threw a pillow at it. Not cool. I literally got home one night. Where's the bird? Where's the bird? Oh, well, it was attacking. It used to fly by the Doberman's head. Yeah, the Doberman. Brandy. And I don't even want to talk about it. It used to fly by the Doberman's head, whack him on the head. The Doberman would be like, whack! Try and bite him, and it would never work.
Win every single battle and still lose the war.
So there you have the media again criticizing the Trump administration.
Kind of like how I feel like cracking people's noses sometimes. A few people I wouldn't mind like cracking their noses. Fucking unreal. Can't believe what he did to that poor bird. Poor little bird. He was so cool. He was so cool, that little bird. That's why I've always wanted one. I still want to get one, but I got a hard enough time taking care of myself and these two cats in this house. They're getting a bird, a cage. Love to have it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have the energy. I do, believe me. I wish I could. I mean, that might give me more. But I don't want to do it. I do not want it. Anyways, my phone's dying. I don't know. I got 5 seconds, 5 minutes, so 5% left. Anyways. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Anyways, I'm going to go. Peace out. Take it easy. Thanks for the stuff. Anyways, I really do appreciate it. And whatever, just whatever. Bam, 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 Moran. Bam, 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 bam. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. See you later. Take it easy. I'll be back. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. Who knows? Peace out. You take care, okay? Take care of you. Right? Peace out. Lazy lab rat. I don't remember you. I'm good like that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Be good. In the upcoming months and years, but this is the first AI war I feel like we're fighting, and so far we're winning.